Imagine a world where the foods you reach for daily could either protect your heart or silently increase your health risks. That's the core debate around ultra-processed foods, those highly altered, packaged products filling supermarket aisles. But here's where it gets controversial. Not all ultra-processed options are created equal, and many of us might be surprised by which ones are considered healthier and which are best avoided entirely. Recently, the American Heart Association, AHA, released a comprehensive report that shines a spotlight on this pressing issue. Their findings echo a growing consensus in the nutrition and health communities, especially considering that a staggering percentage, up to 70%, of the food supply in many developed countries consists of ultra-processed items. It's easy to overlook how pervasive these foods truly are. To understand what sets these foods apart, it helps to grasp the classification system known as the NOVA scale. This scale segments foods into 4 main groups. 1. Unprocessed and minimally processed foods. Think fresh fruits, vegetables, and milk, essentially the foods in their most natural state. 2. Processed culinary ingredients, such as oils, flours, and sugars, which are derived with minimal processing but are used to prepare meals. 3. Processed foods, like canned tuna or cheeses, which are altered from their original form, often with added salt, sugar, or oil. 4. Ultra-processed foods. These are the highly manufactured, packaged foods loaded with artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, and additives to enhance shelf life and texture. The recent report paints a rather bleak picture for ultra-processed foods, warning that they contribute to a host of health issues, ranging from heart disease and stroke to sleep disorders, depression, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and more. Most of these foods tend to be high in saturated fats, added sugars, and sodium, all factors contributing to cardiometabolic risks. So, the message is clear. Reducing intake can make a noticeable difference. However, the report doesn't suggest all ultra-processed products are equally harmful. Instead, it encourages focusing on the small subset of options that are better for health, like low-sodium whole-grain breads, unsweetened dried fruit snacks, or plant-based milks like soy or almond. These choices can deliver essential nutrients while generally being less damaging, especially when fresh foods aren't readily available. Experts emphasize that a modest inclusion of better ultra-processed foods can be acceptable, especially for busy lifestyles. For example, frozen meals or convenient snack options can help maintain a balanced diet when time is tight, so long as they aren't the mainstay. The key is moderation and making smart swaps. Think of ultra-processed foods as tools rather than staples. Conversely, some ultra-processed items are pretty much off-limits. Think chicken nuggets, hot dogs, candies, cookies, and sugar-laden drinks, and should be enjoyed sparingly or avoided when possible. These are often loaded with unhealthy fats, refined sugars, and preservatives that can undermine your health. Of course, the gray area remains. Can you eat healthy, ultra-processed foods regularly? According to professionals like dietitian Kerry Gans and Dr. Chen, the answer is yes, but with caution. They recommend pairing these options with plenty of whole, minimally processed foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, to maintain balance. Reducing ultra-processed foods doesn't happen overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps, like replacing sugary beverages with water, or choosing whole-grain bread over white. Stock your pantry with nutrient-dense staples such as canned tomatoes, beans, and oatmeal, and gradually cut back on your intake of processed meats, sweets, and salty snacks. In the end, it's a journey of progress, not perfection. Will you start noticing how certain foods impact your health? Or do you see room for debate about the role ultra-processed foods play in a balanced diet? That's a conversation worth having. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you on board with reducing these foods, or do you think they still have a place in modern life?